It's a returning champion, Elgintensity, aka Trap Brannigan, and all of that is Jae'lynn Cheney, no relation to Dick Cheney. One is known for making a big mistake on a hunt, while the other is so big that she's mistaken for a hut. This plump bird struggles to fly long distances too, so she posted a petition demanding for the FAA to protect her and other plus-size travelers. Let's hear what this jumbo jet setter needs to travel around the world solely because she refuses to travel to the gym.
So you want to hear my hot take on plus size travel and why I think every plus size traveler should get a free second and even third seat on an airplane?
Seats shouldn't be free just because you were in Free Willy. If you're too heavy to fly the friendly skies, then you should swim the seven seas. Other options that don't involve drastic lifestyle improvements include upgrading from economy or paying for nearby seats so that your lard overhang doesn't negatively impact your neighbors. This brings new meaning to minimizing spillover costs.
Then you better keep watching and sign my petition to make some real change. Let's just state facts. Plus size travelers need more space. And many people agree that plane seats are too small, even for the average size person.
Those seats get even smaller for the average sized people who are buried under that adipose avalanche she calls a torso. Fat travelers can reduce their weight, yet complain more about airline accommodations than tall travelers who can't reduce their height. Instead of being fed up with airline policies, plus-size people should try being underfed their daily calories. In her petition, she described how her trip to the mile-high city affected her mile-high blood pressure. Her fiancé was apparently subjected to hateful comments, disapproving looks, and even refusal to sit next to them, amounting to discrimination. If passengers wanted something fat and short of breath invading their personal space, they'd get puggos. There's nothing wrong with avoiding absolute units who'll make your trip a living hell. Between the two of them, that balloon is the only heart with clear passageways. On another flight, she was forced to occupy only one seat, with immovable armrests that caused her pain and bruises. Freaks who've made poor life choices are getting damaged by seats in the air, and Jerry Springer isn't even on the air. Chunguses can afford to eat like Elvis, but won't pay for additional seats to contain their flab. Being fat is far more damaging than an uncomfortable seat. If she hated how her arm felt during that flight, she really won't like how it'll feel during a heart attack.
As a plus-size traveler myself, I know how uncomfortable and unsafe it can be to squeeze into a tiny airplane seat.
So she annexes multiple seats by lifting the armrest. POV, you are her armrest. She's obviously smiling under that mask, so she doesn't feel uncomfortable or unsafe. She might feel discomfort in an airplane restroom, though. It's amazing that she can even fit in one. Then again, these days she's not the only human abomination that can make its way onto a can of piss.
We are not asking for special treatment or luxury accommodations.
Just these accommodations: alternative seating arrangements, larger seats, one or more free seats, and reimbursement for additional seats purchased independently, even though they'll be flattened. She also wants priority boarding, larger bathrooms, seatbelt extenders, a more spacious customer of size section, extra mayonnaise, and improved TSA training. That training had better include sumo wrestling, because any TSA agent who has to pat down someone her size has to do the 100-hand slap. She of course doesn't explain how to fit her accommodations on a plane, or how much her sty in the sky will cost. The Simpsons predicted what'll happen when you let a gluttonous moron like her design a vehicle.
We simply want enough space to travel comfortably and safely, without fear of being discriminated against because of our size. It's truly that simple.
Cut calories and exercise regularly, and you'll have more space on the plane. It's truly that simple. Until then, have fun getting stuck in your seat, embedded in your conveyance until someone removes you. That feel when the whale is now the barnacle. She discussed her petition further in other videos.
Did you know that more than 1 billion people in the world are plus size? That's roughly 13% of the population.
Despite being 13% of the population, you take up 52% of an airplane row.
And yet, many airlines still don't have clear policies in place to accommodate plus-size passengers. That's why I've started a petition calling on the FAA to require every airline to have a clear customer size policy in place for plus-size passengers. No one should have to endure the discomfort, embarrassment, and discrimination that often comes with being a plus-size passenger trying to navigate air travel.
No one should have to endure the odor, moisture, and threat of being crushed in an emergency that often comes with sitting next to someone her size. It would be easier for Cheney to navigate air if she weren't the size of a navigator.
By signing this petition, you can help us demand that airlines take concrete steps
And repair the ones she walks on so other people can use them.
to make air travel more inclusive and accommodating for all passengers. Whether you're plus size or not, everybody deserves to be treated with dignity and respect when they fly. Let's work together to make sure that the travel industry serves everyone, not just a select few.
The select few, you mean the 87% of people who aren't plus size? Airlines sound inclusive to me, even though she probably pulled her stats out of her front butt. Plus-size people are addicts, not victims, especially ones like Cheney who are privileged enough to fly around the world and vlog about it for a living. Fat people need to lead healthy lifestyles. Cheney's weight would plummet if she also got bariatric surgery, or as I like to call it, a Dumbo drop operation. If you're morbidly obese, stop complaining about travel accommodations and worry about your impending one-way trip to the hospital.
0.
Like the video and subscribe to the channel, now.